Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm back with another video. In this video, I'm gonna be making a quick starter guide on um, Bizarre Lineage. It is a JoJo game similar to YBA for the most part, and I'm just gonna be here giving you some quick tips and a quick advice that will help you on your journey. Um, leveling up your characters and etc. So let's get into the video. So. When you spawn in, you're gonna be spawning at the Mario Grand Hotel. Just do your story quest when you first go in. Story quests are one of the main ways to get stand arrows. So if you're running out of arrows, I would highly recommend finishing up your story quest. Um another way to get sand arrows is from the Avdol raid, especially if you're like a lower level, since um doing Avdol raid, he only has like 300 to 400 HP. He's not that hard to fight. Um, and if you score really well, maybe like an S or a triple S, as your score, you'll be able to get a bunch of stand arrows. I'm pretty sure it is based on your level, since I do remember that. I just prestiged, so I did the raid when I was a lower level. I only got like one drop, but compared to when I was a higher level, I got multiple drops. So I'm pretty sure it scales on what level you are. But after that, you want to go over here and then go to this treadmill. Treadmills are basically a XP boost multiplier, and they'll give you 1.5 experience f- um for the next 15 minutes, and it has a 30 um minute cooldown, technically 15 since the buff lasts 15 minutes. Another thing that could help you with your leveling progression is your stand perk. So the only thing that you can get is the tutorial. So I would recommend doing the tutorial since you do get a journeyman perk, which boosts that gives you 5% experience boost, which is actually pretty good for the earlier levels. As for combat, I know that a lot of people are struggling on the combat. Some of the NPCs are a little bit too hard. The movement is very difficult for them to how should I say it, to land any hits. So I'm gonna just go over here. Oh, also, if you press N, you could see what mobs are near. So if you're trying to find like an NPC or like a player or like a mob, just press N. It doesn't like scope out the whole map. It just like does like a little bit of distance. So anyways, back to the combat thing. So you want to just dash and M1. So just dash M1. Basically, that's pretty much it to like start your combo or just start, you know, killing them. It's like it was pretty hard at first, but a lot of people were saying that the NPCs are hard. But honestly, I just think that they don't know how to dash M1, or they just never thought about dashing and then M1ing, which is well, I don't blame them. But I really do believe that the NPCs aren't that hard. Though fortunately enough, they will be nerfing them, so hopefully those guys are a little bit more easier to defeat now. Um, since they will be nerfing them. After a while, you're going to stumble upon this Killer Queen boss raid, which is over here. It's the story quest 64. And it basically tells you to do this raid, and you have to score above a C. Around this time, you might be like around level 30. I would recommend doing this above level 40 since this is the hardest raid confirmed in game, and it's also one of the longest. Um, Ways to get like levels before attempt the cure raid is by just press N, and then you don't see it, but there are like things like PvP and PvE mission boards. I would recommend doing the PvE mission board since not a lot of people do the PvP missions. So if you were to go over here, um, it'll just teleport you to a PvP, a PvE mission. Just do it real quick. It gives a good amount of XP. I think like 3K. Oh yeah, sometimes the NPCs bug, so wait, let's wait. As you see, I just got 5,342 experience from that. So, um, doing PvE mission boards is actually really, really good. Um, Another thing you could do is just go around on your mount or just walk around and find these NPCs that are highlighted in purple, especially the ones with the question mark above their head. These guys will give you quests that you could do. Most of the quests are like chain quests, so there's multiple quests with one NPC. So you could just do those, and they'll give you like a bunch of XP. It's very, very useful, I should say. Now for like a little bit more combat, like PvP, I would highly recommend during when you do your raid, I would also recommend on getting your fighting style and sub ability. For sub abilities, there's Vampire, um, Cyborg, and Hamon. I wouldn't really recommend on getting Vampire, especially if you're really new, because later you're gonna prestige and it basically wipes your Vampire, so you're gonna need another Stone Mask. But all you have to do when you do prestige is just talk to your NPC and just say, switch to Cyborg and you'll get it back. As for the fighting styles, just karate, kendo, and boxing. Karate master's over here, karate sensei. I'm right now I'm Cyborg. Karate. Karate is like really really good for PvP. So is Cyborg. It's just damage output is like very very good. So um pick out whichever fighting style or sub ability that you want. It doesn't really matter, but having the extra abilities in your kit can be is very 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 helpful, especially with Cyborg as you could like cheese mob, just bring them um bring them down here and then use Missile Volley. Another thing that I really want to mention is stat points. So, let's still go over your stats. So you're gonna have stand stats and personality stats. Stand conjuration is basically like stand mastery. It basically allows you to get more moves and also makes your stand a little bit more visible. Because at the start your stand will be very transparent. So the higher the conjuration level, the higher, the more visible your your stand will be. As for these stats, you don't really need to worry about these stats. They're very like I don't know. I wouldn't say minuscule, but I would say it's not that important, especially if you're like a casual player. But if you really want to min-max a certain stand, like a stand like your favorite stand or the stand like you want to main for the rest of your time playing this game, um, um, I would focus on getting triple S. But if you're just a casual and you don't really care, I wouldn't really worry about these. As for your perks, try and read which perks suit your stand. Um, I could go on and on about like sands and stuff like that. I will be making like sand guide videos later, but how to get more perks is basically when you use an arrow. Also, there is no rokas, so if you want to like remove your stand, you can store it, delete it, or just use a stand arrow with that stand equipped. But basically to get more perks, you have to just get um what's it called? You basically have to get new stands by using the sand arrows and etc. As for character stats, um, I'm gonna just go through like each one. So strength is for like karate, boxing, stuff like that. Physical based attacks, like M1s, I think. Health is pretty minuscule. Like the scaling is like really, really bad. You could just put like 50 points into health, and then you'll get like what 20 HP, which is not even that worth it. So I would put 0 HP there, but there is some perks basically saying like if you have more HP than a player, you do more damage, which is very useful since a lot of people don't put a ton of points into health since it's very useless. And having more damage is always better. For power, it's basically increases your maximum power. The purple bar is your power, and your sub ability, which is, vampire, cyborg, and kendo. Um, Weapon is basically for slash damage or weapon damage. Yeah, when you play the game, you'll be able to get weapons. So like for example, stop sign is a weapon. It's actually but for having weapon points into weapon, it's really good for Anubis and Kendo because they're the only ones with slash damage. Destructive power is for stats that do attack damage. I'm a League player. I play League of Legends, so I'm gonna just say AD, which stands for attack damage. So moves that basically show up red, that's attack damage, and attacks that show up as blue is ability damage or attack power, which is what I like to say right there. So depending on your stand, um, I would either invest into 100 energy or 100 power. For Purple Haze, I put 100 energy because the poison is actually really good. So it's better to have destructive energy, more destructive energy over destructive power, or you could do 50-50, 50-50-50, or whatever you want. For stands like Anubis, you would go like weapon and destructive power. And then for stands like the world and Sir Platinum, you would just go destructive power and maybe power or HP. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. If there's anything I didn't cover already, let me know in the comments below, and I'll try and answer your comments and questions and concerns. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.